Hello everybody, my name's Michelle Davis and this is my YouTube channel where I share stuff about my planners. So I'm doing these as a live stream because that way it's just easy for me to hit record and put it up there and you get what you get. So I'm in Australia, in Queensland, and I like to do different things with my planners every quarter, basically. So I wanted to share with you this quarter's setup and what I'm doing and some different bits and pieces. And I am going to do more regular updates about what's happening, maybe even doing some routine and using YouTube and to be able to help me commit a little bit further. So a lot of the things you're going to see today you probably can't get anymore. But the idea is just to show you inspiration of using what you have to be able to then do something with what you've got. So what I have here is one of the Happy Planner covers from a very long time ago. It's actually the first time I've unboxed it and used it. So this is the green one and it says get it done. And inside it is the one with the white and black polka dots on the inside. So doing a quick overview, I used to get many moons ago the planner subscription boxes. So I have about 6 or 7 of them unused, but a lot of them I have used into different planner setups of varying sizes. And so I pulled out when I want to do a new setup, I sort of pull out what colors are left. And if something really springs at me of something I want to use, I will use it. Otherwise, I'll use a previous set that I've got together. So this one wasn't a set that I've used. And so what I do is like this one comes with paper and there's like acetate. So have it there. I got the sticker box kit. So the stickers for the planner in Erin Condren size are there. This is, I use the backing because everything comes in beautiful little packages. I use the backing card of some of the things just to decorate the front pockets and sort of, I don't tend to use front pockets more than having Post-it notes in them. And then even then I will keep it in my pencil case a little bit more. So I always make my own covers and using the paper that is in the kit. And I have a Happy Planner punch and I have one of those, the big Happy Planner punches, the crocodile ones that go through lots of laminate. So when I make them, I always choose a paper. I'm just going to pull this out. I always choose a paper that will be the accent, that will be the front and the back covers. So I always do those. And then I do them in a thicker, just like you would if you were getting an Erin Condren. So I actually found on eBay one time really thick laminating pouches. And I use my mink foiler as the laminator because it gets really hot. And so I make a thicker front cover so it's nice and sturdy. I don't need to have it in this cover. And quite often when I'm going around home, it won't be in this cover. And then so it's all double-sided paper. I'm using the mini Happy Planner rings because I find that it turns much nicer when I want to use it. And then there's other paper. It comes with die cuts. This one came with these cool cutout pockets. So I actually laminated the pockets so it would stay nice. I just ran it through the laminator open and then use a craft knife to be able to get underneath. I've got some of the stickers from the kit in there. More acetate, and it comes with die cuts. So I decorate the dividers and I just have a punch for tabs. Sometimes the paper that I've used in other things. So I actually don't have enough sheets of paper to make dividers. So I actually then go ahead and use the nice packaging it comes in. So this was like a A4 letter size printed envelope with the same paper. And so on the back it's blank. So I just use some of the die cuts to make it pretty and laminate. It is a thinner paper, so it does get a little warped, but it's better than nothing. And so then I just use the die cuts to make my dividers all the way through and then back cover. So that keeps it all together and I can just grab this and go. When I make them overhang the paper significantly so you don't ever get the paper of the planner being affected by anything. So it's well and truly overhanging. And I make my dividers the same where the paper is within the area of the dividers so that the dividers are also acting as like a protection. All right, so I have 3 label dividers, October, November, and December. And so that's for this quarter. And in those sections, they are the 3 months for the HB90 printable that I use. So I have got the course, the HB90 planning system, and so I know how to use it. This would be my 3rd quarter using it, and every quarter I get better and better. So what I've gone through and done is I printed it at 80% and then trim it down with a craft knife and some clips and then punch it. And I also use some of the tags that come with it. I make little, what do you call those things? Bookmarks, so I know where this week is. And I don't have a whole bunch. I'm on the last legs of many years ago going on a big sticker buying frenzy when we had a planner market up here in Brisbane, and I used to buy lots and lots of planner stickers. So I'm actually at the dregs of the planner stickers at the moment. So I've gone through and I had this old kit, and so I've just I know that I always will start with what are the HB90 tasks I need to do on those particular days. So I've decided to put them up the top. And so I've just used a kit to decorate. Sometimes it comes onto this page, but I've just gone through and I've stickered most of the weeklies for October, and I think I've only got a couple more sets of leftovers. Some of them are really mini kits and little, but I couldn't even tell you where I got them from, and it's very likely most of those shops are closed now. So I've set up October in the monthly, and I have 1 roll of Halloween washi because in Australia, in my area, it's not a very big thing. So I use my 1 roll the 1 month, and that's kind of it. Because of the paper, I tend to try and choose a theme, like a color theme running through it. So other than the Halloween washi, everything sort of fits. The planner stickers for the week don't necessarily. So with the HB90, I haven't filled any of the actual weeks in. I'm going to start this on Monday. Today is currently Saturday. So I just have stickers from the Planner Society. What do you call it? Yeah, Planner Society kit. I've got some old Happy Planner books, the stickers that I've got. Just using everything that I have without going anywhere new. This sticker book is really cool because I work part-time in my own business and part-time as a school teacher. And this book it'll be from Officeworks, Boss Lady book. The stickers are so good. Like women who invest in themselves, go further, and just really like motivational business type things. So this is just a wellness tracker. You would have seen these at Kmart. They were like $1 for a big pad of them. Ooh, dropping stuff. So it's $1 for a big pad of all of these. I don't even know how many there are. There's lots. And so what I wanted to do is just have somewhere where I can jot down what I'm eating and when. Just as I'm not doing this to make myself eat something specific. I am doing it in October to be mindful of what I am doing. So that's there at the moment. And so we've got this week done, and then there's a blank page. This blank page I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with yet. I'm thinking I'm going to do wins, successes, so I can keep track of the things that are going well in the week. Oh, I could do money tracking. Okay, I like sharing because then I think of things. So we could do... That could be a thing. I'm just going to make a note of that. So when I come back to it, then there's a weekly review, and then we go into the following week. And so that's all part of the task block system that has got. So these are the first few weeks, all set up, stickered, ready to roll. And I will be able to kick off. Now, the rest of November, I think you've dated. Oh, no, I've done a little bit of stickering there. Another, yeah, so not all of them are fully finished, but they are all dated. So if I needed to go ahead and write some stuff in, I do. I find that if I don't stick it ahead of time, I stop using the planner. So I would prefer to spend a couple of nights watching a TV show, sitting in here, using my resources and sticker ahead of time so that as things come up, I just put it in and use the planner. Otherwise, if I haven't gone ahead then, and I know I can at the moment, like I could, that's what's good about this system, is that I can just make notes in here. Like it doesn't need to go here, it can just go on here. And that way I can remember that when I get to that week, there's something on. And obviously I still use a electronic calendar. Like that's where I get my things from. This is more so on keeping my business up and running and make sure I'm doing the things I want to be doing based on the goals. So one of those goals is this quarter, getting better at my fitness and that consistency. I get really good for a period of time and then the wheels start to fall off. And so I've chosen something that is very achievable. So this is a program that I bought, and I've popped the link in the description below. Last school holidays in June, July, I read A Court of Thorns and Roses and fell in love with the entire series. And in the series, in the 5th book, maybe 4th book, depending on if you include the novella, which is A Court of Silver Flames, one of the characters goes through a journey around fitness and health and empowerment, and it's about Valkyries. And so there's a beautiful person on YouTube who runs beautiful person on TikTok who runs has a TikTok channel around exercises based on the book. So it's like a booktube but fitness, and she created a 3-month program based around the Valkyrie and the exercises. And so I bought it as soon as she released it in September. The link for the program is down below and you can go and have a look. And I really like it. Like it's been a long time since I've gotten up and active and doing things, and they're short but challenging. And I enjoyed that. I did it for a couple of weeks last month and stopped. And so I'm keen to get stuck back into it now. So I've just printed out, she created the schedule. So there's something to do every day, but it's not always exercise. Sometimes it's just walking and some of the mind stilling exercises, which are in the book. And when she does the exercises, it's all nerdy around the book and it's so much fun. Love it. Anyway, so I then just screenshotted that, and then 3 levels of becoming a Valkyrie, which were novice, blade, and then Valkyrie. And so I just went through and just found some little bits of clip art or memes or quotes from the book that resonated around the journey that those 3 characters take together. So that's what I've done. And I've printed it out so it's sitting in here. Plus I have it on my phone as a shortcut ready to go to look at the videos, because every one of these workouts comes with a video. You do it along with them. And it's all in Teachable. So it's nice and easy, day 1, 2, 3, 4. And it goes all the way through day 30. And then you go on to the next level. So I then thought, well, when I go and do these exercises, sometimes I do them at home and sometimes I do them at the gym, depending where I am and what my husband wants to do for the day, how I've been feeling. So if anything else doesn't happen, I know that in the evening I will go to the gym and do those things. Whereas sometimes I do things in the morning. So I wanted to keep track of what I was doing, because it's not often just this. I will also do X amount of steps and tracking. So I pulled some super old, again, remember everything in this is quite dated and I'm reusing old things. These are plum paper planner. These are old fitness inserts I got, and I would say it's probably 2018 was the year that I ordered a plum paper planner, and I ordered it unbound so I could then punch things in. I don't need to track my water so much because I'm a huge water drinker in Queensland. You just can't help but be a great water drinker because we're so humid, especially as now it's starting to heat up. But I just thought I would have this here. This I'm not so interested in using. I might write different things that I did, like Valkyrie Day 1, which I know I'm going to be doing because I've got the ticker sheet here. But it's the back that has like the weekly check-ins of how things are going. It's got before and end measurements. So I'm doing measurements and weight, bit of an idea of what the plans are, bit of reflection, what my reward will be, and what I would like to have done during the week. During the month. And then this is a plum paper planner food insert where it just helps me plan out the dinners. And so just getting ahead on dinner planning in this one. And so that's there. I don't think I'll use the shopping list, but I will think about, I need to remember what I have available to have for lunches, because sometimes I forget that there is lunch food to eat and I will choose something not as healthy as things that I have. So I was thinking about just jotting down that there's leftovers of something in here or whatever it is, or something that I keep coming back to that I'm really liking, especially as the weather is now starting to warm up here in Queensland, because we have been in winter. So we're into our spring now. And then the other ones are there. So I haven't done anything with them yet because I will fill them in as I go. So that's like my little fitness section. And because it is the goal that I need in my face the most amount of time, it is sitting directly at the front of the planner. So I see it straight up. All right. So then we go into the selected pages. I chose to pick from the HB90 system because I've done it multiple times and there's like 3 different versions of them around. I just go and do my quick brain dump of what I need to do, what I should do, what I want to do. And I keep those sitting here as things cycle back through. I do know the process and I normally do it, but now I'm into my third quarter of using it. I know what I need to do, want to do, and I'm very good at car parking things, so I just keep writing them down. Often I'll open up previous ones and rewrite things down and just go, you know what, that's still car parked, like it's still a thing that I don't want to do yet. You then sort of look at your task blocks and plan things out. So I know that I've tried to keep my weekends as blank as possible, but that doesn't always work out because I end up I've got 13 task blocks on the Monday that I've currently got. Come in. Sorry, just moving as I go. Okay, so I've got 13 task blocks here at the moment, which is a couple in the morning, and these will be the same. These 1 and 2 will always be the same kinds of activities. And then these are working in the business, and then these are me at school. And so just making sure that I want to do 40 task blocks in the week, which is 20 hours because I'm already working a part-time job plus the 20 hours of my business. So I have a lot of things on a Monday, but I do a lot of small niggly things on the Monday. Tuesday's my big thinking day, and then all the rest are just maintenance. So I know this roughly works for me. Where I fall off is the using up the most amount of time I have available and just going, well, I've done the tasks. And so what I have is I've done the task so I can finish early, or I've done the task and here is my bigger project where where I can spend some more time if I finish the other things early. So that's what I'm sort of playing with. And I know my Mondays are big, and Tuesday will be fine, and the rest of the week is fine. It's the Monday I've really ladened up this section here. So it would be interesting to see over this quarter how I maintain that. So what I decided to do was print a second version of it so that I could keep track of what actually does happen and if I need to modify it. So if this becomes too overwhelming, I have a second version here that I can go, you know what, need to shift. So then as part of it, you sort of plan out what your weeks are going to look like. I know my weeks are pretty much consistent because I'm at school for the first chunk of this term, and then I'm on school holidays, and you can see like I really pulled down the amount of task blocks I'm doing towards the end because that's Christmas, New Year, but I still want to be doing something because I know there are projects I'm working on that still might need that leftover time. So I've got it there. I'll use it how we go. So I've got my 3 goals that I've done, and I know these goals aren't changing. The numbers just get bigger or change each time. So my first goal is all around to market and sell products and services to earn 10,000 or 20,000 or 30,000. So you do good, better, best in total for the quarter 4 of 2022. Increase my email list from 1,000 or 1,200 or 1,500, and then to fully engage my business and be doing the activities I need to be doing. That's part of that whole watching my time and using all my task blocks up as much as possible. So then you go into each of those goals and then you break them down into projects. And for me, when I do this, everything starting and ending, these are pretty, like, most of them are just ongoing. Some of them would have a set and start and finish date, but I won't know where that is necessarily until the week sort of rolls up. So I haven't filled the dates in, but I do sort of write down what the key tasks are. In the HB90 system, there are actually separate sheets of paper where you can break them down into finer detail. But for most of these, it's just me showing up weekly. So I know there's 13 weeks in a quarter and 2 task blocks it takes me to prep and do a Facebook Live. So it's not like that's a project that will just be one and done. That's going to take the whole of the quarter to do. So I just sort of work out how many task blocks everything takes and make the total here. And I know how much my task blocks are because I've added up how much for this quarter I have to use. So I've got 500 task blocks to use by the end of the year. And so I'm just sort of tracking that through. And so I've got what each of the jobs are, what I'm going to do. So it goes through. I kept my last goal. It's been lofty in the terms of it. it relies a lot of me wanting to create habits, and yet I keep falling off that. So I decided to peel it right back and just make it really simple. And so I know that if I do my exercise every day, which is what I've got sitting here, if I do my planning every single week and open my planner and use it, and if I do my morning journaling and EFT tapping, that I show up for my business better and I show up in life just in general a lot better. So if I just keep it to these three, I think it's only those three. Oh, no. Oh, and then my business coach calls it CEO dates, where we're looking at data and what's happening in my business. So I've got those all booked in as well. So keep that simple. Just show up for my business in my life to do the things that I know. When I exercise, when I go for a walk with a dog, I have a better day. And I know that about myself. And so I'm just trying to gamify myself enough to make sure I show up. So they're my goals. And then you take those and they will go into here. So as far as milestones, I printed this one, but I'm yet again probably not going to fill it in because it's not for me. The goal will just be a money amount because of an income. It could be an email growth amount. And then this one could be broken down a little bit more. So I'm leaving this page as a space holder and considering it might just, like, these could be wins. Like in this goal, what did I achieve? Like maybe that's, I don't know. But I've got it sitting front and center because I feel like it's going to be useful, but I'm not sure how yet. And then off you go into the rest of the planner. So I haven't done the rest of it yet. That's for another day. But I do find that I end up repeating myself because, again, I'm trying to show up consistent. There's a couple of projects in there that are not about consistency. They are about doing a project to completion. And so they'll be part of my system and setup. So this is my Frankenplanner. Oh, and at the back, because I take this everywhere with me. So I've got this to remind me, I've got that, but then I also have at the back the 3 days of school I work as well. So I've just created a printable that has the periods of the school, roughly what I'm going to be teaching because everything's pre-organized, it's written out, they've got a great teaching team there. And this is just a bit of space for me to write down, call so-and-so's parents, check this homework, print this thing out. Okay, so I'm not fully finished setting it up because some things I want to add, because this doesn't start till Monday and it's Saturday, I just used a notes page just to write down some things. Oh, I did that. I did my Year 10 PowerPoints are scheduled and I just need to actually put them up on Monday. I've got to get my kids ready for some stuff for the term I have to do. And then I do knitting as my, I've got another YouTube channel with knitting bits and pieces, and I need to go back into doing knitting and planning videos. So putting those into somewhere. Where should I pop them? Let's decide that now so I don't have to think about it again. Do I go and just put this in notes? So if 1 week, I'm just going to make a note, put it in here. Planner, video, and do a knitting blog as well, just to remind myself to do it. And then maybe when I go through and do the next week, I'll decide if I'm going to do it weekly or fortnightly from there. All right, and that's it. So a couple of links for you to look at some things if you're interested. Other than that, that is my quarter 4. I'm going to keep you updated as the quarter goes along, and you can see me tracking my goals. All right, thanks. Bye.